Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2D Board Gamers. My name is Dave, and today we're going to take a look at um, my top 5 most anticipated cards for the upcoming hero, Hulkling. Hulkling is the second hero that's coming in the Civil War box, along with Tigra. So that's pretty cool. So before we go into the top 5, let's kind of do a quick review of what Hulkling can do. So first, we got his alter ego as Teddy Altman for recovery. He's Kree Scroll. You cannot have more than one shapeshifter upgrade in play. And then a shape changer. Search your deck and discard pile for a shapeshifter upgrade and add it to your hand. Limit once per round. And then Hulkling, he is a 1/1/1 Avenger Kree Scroll. Chosen shape, force response. After a shapeshifter upgrade enters play under your control, discard each other shapeshift upgrade you control and ready Hulkling. And notice he has a hand size 5 in both alter ego and in hero form. Okay, so he's all about these shapes. So let's take a look at the different shapes. And he's got 4 of them. So the first one here is Hulk Shape. It's a 2-cost upgrade. It's a shapeshift card. Hulkling gets +2 attack and +1 defense. And after you play an event, you can exhaust Hulk Shape, deal 2 damage to an enemy. And it comes in 2 strength. So each one of these is after you play an event, you can exhaust it and you get some kind of bonus. And for Hulk Shape, you can do 2 damage to an enemy. So that's really cool. The second form we have is Imitation Shape. Hulkling gets +2 thwart. When an enemy would attack you, it schemes instead. And after you play an event, you can exhaust in Imitation Shape and draw a card. And this one comes in with 2 mental. So they're both double resource. And spoiler, all 4 of them have 2 printed resources. The third shape we have is Armored Shape. It costs 2. Hulkling gets +1 attack and +2 defense and gains Retaliate 1. And a hero response, after you play an event, exhaust Armored Shape, heal 2 damage from Hulkling. And this one generates an energy and a strength. So this is the first one that has split resources, but it still provides 2. So that's amazing. Okay, and the final shape we have is Wing Shape. This costs 2. Hulkling gets +1 thwart, +1 attack, +1 defense, and gains the aerial trait. And after you play an event, exhaust Wing Shape, remove 2 threat from a scheme, and this one provides energy and mental. So again, you can only have one of these shapes shift forms out at a time, but each one dramatically alters his 1/1/1 stats. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so Hulkling comes in protection, and my number 5 is one of the new protection cards that's coming with him. This is Hidden Base. It's a 2-cost upgrade. Location uses 3 stronghold counters. Alter ego response. After you change form, exhaust Hidden Base and remove 1 stronghold counter from it. Give your identity a tough status card. So this is pretty nice. Turn you go from alter ego to hero. You get a tough. So that's really good. And I could see this being really useful for people like Nightcrawler and Colossus, particularly, because you combine this with Armored Up and you come into hero size, with 5 cards instead of 4, and you have 2 toughs instead of just the one that you get from Colossus normally. So my number 5 is Hidden Base. Okay, my number 4 is Shapeshifter. So it's a 0-cost event. It's a hero action. Search your deck and discard pile for a shapeshift upgrade and add it to your hand. So this is really nice when you want to switch forms without having to go to alter ego. And the other bonus is, even if you don't want to change forms, you can search your deck and discard pile for a double resource to help pay for other cards that you might want to play during this turn. And the fact that it allows you to do your discard pile as well is really amazing. You're not going to be resource shy, I don't think, when you have this card in your hand. I'll be curious to see how many copies we get in the deck. All right, so number 4 is Shapeshifter. So my number 3 is Shapeshifter Strike. It's a 2-cost event, attack superpower, so you could use Def Focus to help pay for it. And then hero action, deal 5 damage to an enemy, ready your Shapeshift upgrade. So this is pretty nice that this was, say, the second event that you played during the turn. Your Shapeshift upgrade would have been exhausted from whatever the first event was. Now you play this and it readies as part of the event, and then the upgrade gets exhausted after you played Shapeshifter Strike. So you get a second use of your Shapeshift upgrade special ability. So that's really nice. Number 2 is another protection card. I can do this all day. It's a 1-cost event. Hero interrupt defense. When an enemy attacks, declare your hero as the defender without exhausting them. So this is an amazing card. This is great for if you're doing a perfect defense and you want to protect for the entire team when you're doing multiplayer, for example. Or this kind of reminds me of the Falcon card that lets you do this. Um, it also helps with anybody who's trying to do a lot of defending for the team. This has got an advantage over Desperate Defense because Desperate Defense gives you a +2 recovery, and you can, if you take no damage, you get to ready. But this guarantees a ready whether you take damage or not. But if you got your defense high enough and you don't take damage, then this would help for triggering cards like Unflappable and all the other protection cards that you want to do with a perfect defense. So this is amazing. So my first honorable mention is Wiccan. This is Hulkling's signature ally. He costs 2, 2 thwart, 1 attack, 2 hit points. He's a Avenger Mystic. But as a response, after you play Wiccan from your hand, search your deck and discard pile for an identity-specific event and add it to your hand. Now, of course, this does not work with like Make the Call or Rapid Response, those kind of cards. But, when you play it from your hand, a couple of options is Shapeshifter, which is when you can search your deck and discard pile for a Shapeshift upgrade and put it in your hand. So at worst case, you're grabbing another double resource to spend for other cards. Or this would allow you to change shapes to the form that you want. So this is nice. And the other option we got is Shapeshifter Strike. It's an attack. Deal 5 damage to an enemy and then ready the Shapeshift upgrade that you have in play. So that is my first honorable mention, Wiccan. My next honorable mention is a protection card, Patriot. He costs 3, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points. He's an Avenger. Response. After you engage a minion, give Patriot a tough status card. Now I can really see him being useful with Tigra, which was the other hero that was introduced in this for this box, because she likes to be engaged with minions, and her hunted allows her to actually get minions. So I could see Patriot totally defending, and then you use Tiger's ability to grab another minion, or like just in general with a villain phase, you get a minion and just drawn to you, as your encounter card. Or if you're, well, Spider Woman is the only one who could pull this combo right now, but target Spotter to get the minion at the end of the turn, and then Patriot would get the tough status card. So that is the next honorable mention, Patriot. Okay, the final honorable mention is Excelsior. It's a 1-cost upgrade. It's Kree scroll weapon, restricted. Response. After your hero defends against an enemy attack, spend an energy resource, deal 2 damage to an enemy. Now, this reminds me of the Nova ally. He costs 4, 1 thwart, 2 attack, 3 hit points. He's a champion. When an enemy initiates an attack against you, spend an energy resource, deal 2 damage to that enemy. So Nova's triggers before the enemy attacks, and Excelsior would be after the enemy attacks. So if you have 2 energies, you could actually conceivably do 4 damage to the enemy, 2 from Nova and 2 from Excelsior. But the other thing that I think Excelsior thrives on is another card that was revealed with this hero. I can do this all day, which allows you to defend without exhausting. So you could defend for another player, say in multiplayer, and be able to then turn around and do 2 damage if you have an energy, or like you defended for the against the villain, and now a minion's that's going to attack you, so you play Excelsior. I mean, you or play. I could do this all day to defend against it, and then Excelsior can turn around and do 2 damage. So that's pretty cool. Okay, and my number 1 is Impersonation. It's a 2-cost event, superpower thwart, hero action, remove 4 threat from a scheme. If this removed the last threat from that scheme, you may change to alter ego form. So this is in addition to your once per turn flip. And then on your alter ego again, remember, you as an action, you can search your deck and discard pile for a shapeshift upgrade and add it to your hand. So you're getting a double resource at minimum. If you want to switch forms, then of course you can play that new form, which would come in ready, because your previous form might be exhausted. And yeah, you can flip through multiple forms. You could go to the alter ego multiple times. And yeah, that's pretty cool. As long as you're clearing side schemes. So if you got a lot of small side schemes out, like people have some player side schemes out, or you're playing side scheme heavy deck, then I can see Impersonation being a really good card. So anyways, that's my number 1, Impersonation. Okay, so that was my top 5 most anticipated cards for the upcoming Hulkling Hero, coming in the Civil War pack in September. So at the time of this recording, it's about 5 weeks from tomorrow. So that is pretty cool. All right. Well, thank you for watching, everyone. Please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell.